Hi, folks. This is Charles Butler, host of the Reality Check with Charles Butler on Genesis Communication Network. I'd like you to know that we are broadcasting Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Eastern Time, every morning, Monday through Friday, bringing you guests that bring information that may or may not be on mainstream media, but certainly is a different perspective and very informative. Today we had Herb London, founder of the London Policy Research think tank. We had Fari Hamzi, who's the #1 trader in the country, talking about the markets and how they are affected by the FBI scandal and the campaign in general. And we also had Tony Heller, sometimes known as Steve Goddard, on climate change and climate deniers, and how the whole climate is always changing, but it's not, the thing is follow the money when you talk about climate change and all the world is coming to the end, folks. Follow the money. Hey, but what I want to talk about today and want to share with you today, we did it a little bit on the show, is that Barack Obama says we don't operate on innuendo. Well, we certainly do, and they certainly have. They've accused Donald Trump of a number of things using innuendo. It's time that Hillary Clinton gets what's coming to her, and that is a day in court. And her people, Umar Hadeen, Cheryl Mills, John Podesta, they all need to be indicted, and they need to be indicted immediately. These are people who are content to corrupt and steal the country. And anyone who thinks any different is certainly bordering on treason, in my opinion. So let's talk about what's going on. And in the two polls that I like to cite, whether they're for or against my opinion, is Investment Business Daily, TIP, which is you can look at. They right now have Hillary 44, Trump 44 is a dead tie. You look at my favorite is LA Times USC, where Trump is ahead by 5.5 points earlier this week, and last week he was only ahead by 1 point, but he's consistently been ahead. I think, as was pointed out to me by Herb London this morning and shared with the audience, that when he was going through Pennsylvania, he and his wife saw so many Trump signs that their little game was, how many Hillary signs do we find? They didn't find any. I had the same experience in Michigan. So that's why when you go to Facebook, Charles Butler Conservative, you will find my prediction on the electoral map, and it's that Trump will probably end up somewhere between 275 and 295, according to my predictions. I hope I'm right. But anyway, I just feel that we need time for a change. I never thought that America needed to be transformed, as Barack Obama talked about. At the end of the day, like I said, this is a man who never managed a 7-Eleven. So I have very little respect, if any, for Barack Hussein Obama. Hey, look, folks, the reality is we have a lot of things going on. Costly cities are seeing an exodus. Right now, you see people bailing out of places like San Francisco, and they're bailing out across all demographics, those with a less than a high school education, those with high school diploma, those with some college bachelors, and certainly professional degrees. They've all taken the bailing out of places like New York and San Francisco. Hey, I get it. We have a suspect now in the Iowa shooting the officers in Iowa. And this is a man who claimed that somehow he had been offended that officers had asked him to leave a football game. I think that's the same guy. And he was waving a Confederate flag at some black folks. Who cares about the Confederate flag? Who cares about some sheets? Please come to me wearing white sheets at night. You make a better target. I am tired of cowardly black folks. I'm tired of black. But we were hung, we were killed, we were lynched, and nothing happened. And that is true today. That's why you see Black Lives Matter. That's why you see people rebelling against the power structure. And we're back where we were, I'd say, pre-60s in terms of race relations. I think race relations are worse today than they ever were. But that still doesn't justify these police shootings. But this is a white guy who's out here shooting white cops. Just unconscionable. Anarchy. Anarchy at its best. Hey, but look, when we, one of the things I want to talk about before we run out of time, because I like to keep these around 5 minutes or so. We're running a little long today. But the Vote Trump sign was spray painted on a black church that was burned. I bet you $1 to a donut, $10 to a donut, that this church burning was some little liberal, socialist, Hillary supporter who tried to frame this for Trump and excite black people. I bet you. I bet you. No one would be so stupid as to try to incite or infuriate black folks as to vote Trump on a burned black church. Come on. These white liberals need to get real. But like I say all the time, the most racist people that I've ever run into, that I've ever participated with or done anything with, whether it's business, politics, just socializing, have been white Democrats and black Democrats. Can't stand them. Can't stand them, really. So guess what? I just don't go around them. I don't, because I don't have to. So, but if they can't get you with sex, then they try to get you with race. That's the way it is here in America. But Bill Clinton survived both of those things, sex and race, because Bill Clinton killed more black men and responsible for incarcerating more black men than any other politician in the history of this country, except maybe Woodrow Wilson, another Democrat. Hey, folks, look, tune into the show at gcnlive.com. Tomorrow will be Freedom Friday. We're going to have a great show, great guests. So I'm not going to tell you who they are right now, so tune in. All you have to do is go to GCN Live.